Hello everyone, I go by the name of Roxy Rose, and this right here is Roxy Rose Guides. Surprise revealing! Let's see what I came up with right before the end of the year. Ooh. Hello everyone, welcome back, y'all. I am super excited this morning, and I definitely want to go ahead and thank my wonderful 930 plus subscribers. I think it's at 933 right now. You are wanted and appreciated, and I thank you so much for coming back to this channel and checking me out. So y'all, I have been speaking about a bunch of things that I've been working on the back end that nobody's really been seeing. And today I want to reveal what that surprise is. Y'all, I know it is December 16th right now, and I'm very late. Okay, I'm so late. Y'all be surprised I'm even doing this, but I wanted to go ahead and share this thing that I've been working on. It's something that I, have been trying so hard to get together. And I want to just share with you that and, the process and what I've been doing so far that kind of, have been pushing back my videos and taking up a lot of my time other than my baby. So let me just show it to you right now. Guys, I have been working on a budget planner. Y'all, I'm so excited. Y'all, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. I've been kind of mentioning it to friends and family, but I wanted to go ahead and bring it up to you guys because y'all, I actually made not only did I just drop a baby, but I also just dropped a little, budget planner business really quickly on the side. So it's definitely late in the year. I know a lot of you guys have your budget planners already, but I hope you'll be willing to investigate and give this one a chance. You know what I'm saying? So before we get into this binder, I just want to go ahead and explain how I made this and why I created this binder. So I have been using budget planners for a very, very long time. I started my journey in 2016, and I started with a little notebook. I have some of my notebooks here. I started with the notebooks, and I love the notebooks. But in the notebooks, I didn't exactly have all the things that I wanted inside the notebooks. As time went on, I went ahead and upgraded to other forms of planning. So I went to online, and I don't know if you follow the Organized Money, and downloaded her budget planner, which was very nice, very intricate. Not all the pages I could really use or something that was specific to me. So then I went, and as you know, I went ahead and got not one, but two of the budget book Defense, which I have been using for the last 2 years to upload and do my videos. And, it has been amazing using this company. If you are interested in budget book Defense, please go ahead and look in the description below. There's a 10% off discount with her planners, which have been really helpful. And as great as all of these planners have been, because they've all been amazing, I just wanted to create something that's more specific to me and my situation. And it's a little hard to do that with other people's planners. I used to go online and search for hours and hours and look at reviews and do this and do that for all my planners. I have this planner, I have my teaching planner, and I have like a personal planner that I've been using for years. But I've kind of wanted to change everything. And the main reason was because it's not all encompassing, and there's usually one thing in one planner that's great for the masses, but not specific to me. So this budget planner is made specifically for what I need financially. Now, there will be changes to this planner because my original intent was actually to make an all-encompassing planner where not only was there budgeting pages, but also pages so I could plan of my life. But it got really, really long, like 300, 400, 500 pages long. It was like 400 pages long. It's too long and too thick of a book for me right now. Maybe in the future, I can figure out a way to maneuver and make it all come together. But as of now, I just focus on a budget planner. This budget planner is an 8.5 by 11 budget planner. All right. It is a soft cover, and this one is undated. Okay. So you guys have a chance. You put in your month, you put in your year, and it is big enough, as big as a regular sheet of US letter paper. And it is on some thick paper so that you guys can go ahead and really be able to write on each side and not really have an issue. Okay. And also it is a monthly planner, and also it has 2 paycheck pages. So I'll go ahead and explain that as we get to it. But I just wanted to explain my reason behind trying to make this planner. I just wanted to create something for myself that I think is specific to what I need. And I'll explain each page as we go. All right, so let's go ahead and walk through this planner. So this is the undated planner, which I'm super happy about. It is a soft cover, and it's laminated. So this is really helpful. Over here, it's the belongs to page. So please go ahead and write your name right in it. And it has all my social media. Then we have our dedication. All right. So I dedicate this planner to my family, my friends, and my daughter, Brooklyn. May this planner lead to a life and a legacy for you and your future. Mommy loves you. Okay. So I wrote this, kind of for my daughter. I think financial literacy and the concept of money is so important to learn. And it has the principle and the use of finances and of money is what's important. It's not the money itself. All right. So I think getting a hold on that, making sure that you have self-discipline, that you're able to know how to use it properly to help you build wealth for the future. That's the reason I created this planner. That's the reason I am on this journey. And I'm sure that's why you guys are on this journey too. So that's why I went with this endeavor. And I'm really dedicating this to the budget community. You guys are budget community members. That's why you guys like and subscribe. If you didn't, please go ahead. That's why, you guys are here. And that's why we watch each other's videos. We support each other. And this amazing supportive community of cash budgeters or digital budgeters or people that, are cash stuffing or trying to figure out ways to get our financial lives in order, even though there's hurdles, even though it's not easy, it can be hard. I really appreciate you. And I thank you for being so supportive to me. And we've been so supportive to each other, buying our products, going on each other's Etsy and our own shops. And it's been so helpful and so appreciative. So I wrote this letter for you. And when you do receive it, I hope you're able to read it and enjoy it. Okay. Then we have our password tracker. So we have this password tracker. Just want to let you guys know that every single page in this budget planner was created by me from scratch. A lot of making stuff on, Google, and then transferring it on the Canva, and then editing and editing and editing and editing. So this is why it took so long. But yeah, I've made every single page in here. So we have our password tracker. We have our my why page, because I want you guys to figure out why you're really deciding to do this and share why you're trying to get your finances in order. Then we have our money relationship and our money reflection. Try to think about what you want to change this upcoming year. Then your 1-year goals and your 5-year goals. Then we keep going to the year at a glance, so you can see all that you want to do for the entire year. And then quarterly goals. So you have the first, each quarter is 3 months. So you have the quarterly goals and action steps or action plans that you can take to reach those goals. Now we get to month at a glance. I want to kind of zoom in on this one because this one's super cool. So basically, We have a month at a glance where you would write the month. You have a Bible verse or a famous quote that you can write in to just influence or inspire you for the month. Then we have our monthly goals that you can write into this box, our to-do list, our reminders, shopping lists, birthdays, and events. So this is basically your brain dump for the month and you thinking about the month as a whole. Then we go into our calendar. Okay, so then we have our calendar. This is the first calendar. It's a small calendar. You can use this for whatever you choose. Then you have things to remember and notes. The next is our big calendar, our large calendar. You have a spot here for the month, the year. You have 3 priorities that you want to reach for the month and your to-do list. And here in every single month spread, large month spread, we have a monthly money quote. So each one is different. And you're basically putting in, and I basically put in just amazing quotes that I found online that I thought would be helpful and motivating for us as we go through our financial journey. You know, there's ups and downs, there's ebbs and flows of where money comes in and where money goes out. There's different things happening in our lives. Life be lifing, okay? Like Rochelle Adams be saying. So I really want to make sure that when, we go to our spreads, we have something motivating, we have something to inspire us and to help us remember what path we're on in our money journey. All right, so the next thing we have is our monthly budget spread, which is our income, our fixed and variable expenses together, our debt overpayment that you would like to make, right? And then it's what you budget and what is actual is right on the side. Then we have our savings, which includes our cash envelopes, sinking funds, savings challenges, and whatever you want to deposit into your savings account. I hope you get high yield savings account. I use Ally. Then we have our summary, which is basically our income, expenses, our debt, and our savings. And you're starting with the income and subtracting everything else to see what's left over. We also have our budget by paycheck because I think this is helpful for a lot of people. And this one breaks up the fixed expenses and the variable expenses, which change every month. The amount changes every month, but we can basically try to guesstimate what it might be. Then we have income, we have debt and loan overpayment and savings again, and another summary. Okay, so in each month, we have our monthly debt, our budget by paycheck. This is a 2-paycheck book. So I did not do multiple budget by paycheck because I only get paid twice a month. I feel like most people that have a 9-to-5 get paid twice a month. So this would be something like if you get paid more than twice a month, you might want to break it up from the 1st to the 15th and put it here, and then the 15th to the 30th or 31st, and then put it on the other one. So here we also have something else that I sell on my Etsy shop. It's a bi-weekly financial balance check. So every week, it's something that I did initially when I started. I check all my bank accounts and write down my balance and find a total. And I check all my credit card debt. You could also put loans in here also. And then I write them down and I write my balance. That kind of helps me figure out like how much more money do I have in my account than I do my debt. And also a spot here for credit scores. You could put where you're getting your credit score from, and then you could put the score. So you could put Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, I guess. So then we have our cash envelopes. These are for our cash stuffers, our cash envelope stuffers out there. This is for you. So we have for your cash envelope wallets, what you bring out every day, your sinking funds, which to me, I like this page because a lot of us have a lot of sinking funds. So this one has 21 slots for your sinking funds because I mean, we all sit in here and have like multiple books that we're using. So if we know that we're using multiple sinking fund binders, we need to make sure that we have enough space to write all of it down. So I gave it all a bunch of space. All right. And then also for savings challenges, there's some space there. So we have this each pay period. Then we have our expense tracker. All right. For that pay period. And then it goes into the next pay period. Budget by paycheck, biweekly financial budget balance check, cash envelopes, and then expense tracker again for that second pay period. And then we have a to-do/notes list. Okay, so this is to-do/notes. All right, so we have all of that, and guess what? Then it starts the next month at a glance, and it all starts all over again. I love this part. It continues to go with the same things all the way until you get to a new quarter. So when you get to a new quarter, let's see if I can find another quarter in here. Yep. It keeps going until you get to the next quarter. So every 3 months, this quarterly page will pop up, and this will be separated by a to-do list/notes and another notes page. Okay. So then we can get all the way to the end of the year, or whenever you decide to use this. We have a page that says annual overview. Okay. Annual overview is basically looking at all the things that you've done and you've written down throughout the year. So you have from January all the way to December. You decide what order you want to do this in because this is undated. So you could start in the middle of the year and then go back to the front so that you can do the rest in 2025. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. The intention is for 2024, but if you want to use it for another time or another year, up to you. We have income, expenses, savings, debt, and investments. Anything that you want to put in, you put it in, and at the end of the year, you can add up what you've actually done. Well, how much you've made, how many expenses have you spent, how much have you been able to save, how much debt do you still have, I guess. Well, this might be a little bit separate, but how much debt do you have? And then your investments. This might be something that you might want to calculate or do something else for it. But anyway, then we have our annual reflection. After a year of financial budgeting, you're writing down what you're going to do different, what you want to do the same. We have a bill tracker over here. So you can write down all your bills and check off when it's due, and check off that you paid it. I did not put the amount because a lot of people's bills that may be due may be variable expenses. So if they're variable expenses, they might change over the course of the year or from one year to another. So I didn't want to put an amount there. Then we have a subscriptions tracker where we have monthly subscriptions and we have a yearly subscriptions. Monthly subscriptions like Hulu or any Google subscriptions that you have, any storage, any things like that. And then yearly subscriptions like Amazon or Canva or anything like that. Oh, I have a link for Canva if you guys are interested in the description below. But yes, all these subscriptions and ways to track it. This one, I put the amount, but sometimes these can also be variable expenses. So you're basically putting an average, right? And then your frequency, how often you pay them. And then is it auto renewed? When is the auto renew date? Or is it, when do you have to auto renew it each year to make sure that it continues? Because everything has about a year span where they're trying to figure it out. Some of them are consistent and it's until you cancel it. Some of them are not. So then we have our debt repayment tracker, which I have been using all year. Y'all know I have been using my debt repayment tracker so far to show you guys my debt updates. Well, I decided to take it, update it, and put it inside of this book to help me. And it kind of helps me not lose it because remember I lost it earlier this year. Anyway, so we have our credit cards, right? Our revolving debt, aka credit cards, and our non-revolving unsecured debt here. One thing I did forget that I wish I would have put, which I did earlier in my trackers, was a loan part. So you could put your loan here where it says credit cards, really, or you could put your loans where it says on revolving debt. Either way, you want to go ahead and put your loans. This one really is for student loans. But if you want to put your loans here or here, it's really up to you. And then we have it by month. I did not put the year, so you can figure out when you want to use it. And on the back is the next part. And we have our summative page all the way at the back here. And then at the end, we have our yearly recap where we go ahead and talk about all the things that you did this year, right? What are your greatest achievements this year? What are your greatest achievements this year? What are some areas you need to strengthen for the new year? What is one thing you picked up that you wanted to continue? And what is a new idea you will try next year? And then here's the back cover for this book. This book is copyrighted, so I'm so excited. I went ahead and just did something for myself by the end of this year. I'm so excited. I'm excited for you guys to see this book. I'm excited for you guys to purchase if you're interested. It is really late in the game, so I know a lot of you guys probably already have your stuff together because you're organized, and you should be. But if you're interested and you don't have one yet, or you haven't found anything that truly fits you, maybe this is something that does, okay? So here we have the budget planner, but I have another surprise for you, okay? Not only did I do an undated planner, I also did a dated planner. Now, this one has been the thing that has stopped me and kept me from actually getting this done properly. Y'all, I'm trying to figure out how to actually make these hardcover books to put it together and bound it for you guys. So this is my budget planner for 2024. I'm going to run through it and just kind of share with you the differences between this and the undated. There are a few differences. So with this dated 2024 budget planner, you have the same pages in the front, okay? But instead of going into just quarterly goals, it says quarter one goals with each of the months there, okay? Then it actually writes in the month for you for the month at a glance and the month for you for the calendar. It still has your quotes, but it has the month written down in the year 2024. It also has the month written down for the monthly budget, and then it goes into these other budget pages. So essentially, it's kind of the same, but this one's just writing down the actual month in a beautiful way. Right? We got March, April, and then it keeps going all the way until the end. And then another change is when you go to debt repayment, instead of having the month, it says the month and the year, because the intent is to use it this year, front and back. And then this last page is the same. So there's not many differences between this and the undated one. But one thing I'm a little bit sad about is I'm still trying to figure out how to make this hardcover. I want to make it over the edge, and I'm still trying to figure out that last part. But the inside of it is just so amazing, and it looks nice, y'all. I'm so proud of myself that I'm able to actually do this. Y'all, I got me a cinch machine, and I'm trying to put everything together. So I'm working on creating and having this. Trying to see if I can make it waterproof so we don't have no issues. But yeah, we have this and we have this. So we have 2 planners for the year. I hope you go ahead and check out my website. I have a new website where I am attempting to sell. So please go ahead and support in any way possible, even if it's just sharing this planner with somebody that you know that kind of needs a planner, but they might not be as deep as you are with planning. They might, may not have a small business, or maybe they have a side hustle, but they just want somewhere to write and jot things down. This might be the planner. Also, if you're just beginning, this also might be a planner if you're just beginning your budgeting journey. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this flip through. I may do another flip through in the future just to make it more clear, or do a little short so y'all can see. But I also want to let you guys know the options. As you see, the binding, it can be very different. It also can be different in this way. So I have binding here. This is black binding, and this one is 7/8. All right. So this black binding at 7/8 is basically what every binder would get if you want a different color. We have black, we have silver, and we have gold. It looks a little bit like a rose gold. It's like a dark gold. Whichever one you want, you just have to put in the coil. If it's not what the original is, you're basically gonna have to pay a little bit extra, but I think it's worthwhile. It's worth it. So please go ahead and give it a look. See if it's something that you're interested in. Or just check it out just to see like what I'm working on. Everything I'm doing this year, I hope to improve and make better next year. These I'm making by home and bounding it myself. I'm hoping next year I can go ahead and get a manufacturer to help me to make these. But I was watching Baddies and Budgets, and she mentioned the other day, like, she don't make a lot from these planners. And I understand why. These cost a lot. You're not making, there's not like a huge, like a 50% margin, even a 20% margin sometimes when you're making these books. You're literally getting $5, $10, maybe $20 on each book, unless you do it right. But, you know, these, you don't make a lot of money off of this. So I'm really just doing this for the love of it. And I'm hoping in the future I might make something, you know. But, yeah, so if you're interested, go ahead. I hope anybody's willing to take a risk and try out this book. Right now we have the undated that's ready to go. I think the dated is something that will be by order. I also had an idea I thought would be helpful. Like, I'm not sure if left-handed people are out there and they want a book where it's actually bound on the right side versus being bound on the left side. If you're interested, you can do that for an extra $5 fee, because, you know, it kind of changes the whole orientation of everything that I'm doing by putting it on this side. But if you're interested, I am going to go ahead and put the binding on this side for those that are specifically interested. When you go on the website, you can look for what version you also want, because there are some errors that I made with some of the pages. Some of them, you know, there may be a wrong punch, or there may be an error, or the words might be a little more squished together than I wanted. So I fixed those errors for the perfect versions. But if you want an imperfect version, you may save a little money by getting an imperfect version of this book as well. So I created these budget planners. I really hope that you guys can go ahead and look in the links below. Try to go on the website, check it out. Just check it out. Send it to somebody that you think it might be helpful to. And I thank you guys for all your support. Take care. God bless. And Roxy Rose out. Y'all made a budget planner.